Yo guys, what's going on? Robert Warshack here, and a couple days ago they released Relic Vault for Demon Hunter. It said the next relic you play this turn, cast twice. It's one of the new location cards, and it didn't mean anything because we didn't know anything about relics. It was just a card released, and they did this so people on Reddit and social media would like chatter and I guess like try to guess what relics were. And then Pheno's card reveal, which was just this morning when I woke up, revealed what the relics were in the legendary Demon Hunter card. Granted, some of these cards did get leaked early, so I didn't want to cover these cards until they were actually supposed to be revealed by the content creator that got these card reveals out of just respect. So the legendary Demon Hunter card that we're going to take a look at first is the Artificer. He's an 8-mana 8/8 battle cry, discover and cast a relic, infuse 5, cast all 3 instead. So Pheno said when he was reviewing this, it casts them in a random order, and then each one cast upgrades the next one, which is pretty insane. And they actually do get better over time. And then when we look at an actual relic, I'll show you how they get better over time. This seems pretty powerful. It's 3 relics in one card, and each one upgrades the other one. And then if you don't even get the infuse 5, you still get to discover the one that you want. And taking a look at the 3 relics here, we have the Relic of the Phantasms, which is a 3-mana 1, summon 2 1/1 spirits, improve your future relics. So this will summon 2 2/2s, 2 3/3s, 2 4/4s. It doesn't like summon 3 1/1s. It actually gets better in a good way, which is just making them better. Very similar to like how Kurtrus comes out, he summons 2 guys, and based on how many times you've attacked, their attack increases. Like having 2 really solid minions from the Relic of Phantasm is good, and it also synergizes with the Kurtrus hero because having more minions out means you get to hero power more and do more damage. Unfortunately, these don't have rush, so they can't attack right away, which I think would be probably broken. So it's probably one of the least, I wouldn't say least impactful. There's only 3 relics right now, but it doesn't seem like super good. But I guess if you can easily get this to like 7/7 8/8, that's just a lot of stats on board, right? We're going to take a look at the Relic of Extinction, which is a 2-mana, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion, not face or anything. So this only hits minions. And then improve for your future relics. Again, this will go to 2 damage, deal twice, 3 damage, deal twice, 4 damage, deal twice. So this doesn't really need a lot of boosting to kill a pretty big minion. I mean, if it's at 3 or 4, dealing that damage twice is either going to kill 2 mid-range minions or at least 1 larger minion. So Relic of Extinction, we have putting minions on the board, which is the one we just covered. We have the Extinction, which is killing your opponent's board. And then the last relic here is Relic of the Dimensions. It's a 5-mana, draw 2 cards and reduce their cost by 1, improve future relics. So you'll always draw 2, but the amount that they get reduced by is the amount that this has been upgraded by. So if you're at like 3 or 4 upgrades, this is going to draw 2 and then reduce by 3 or 4, which is pretty insane. As soon as it hits 3, it's pretty much a Skull of Gul'dan. So Relic of Dimensions, honestly, on top of it reducing by 1, it can go to 0, which I think is pretty nuts. I would like it to say reduce their cost by 1, but not less than 1, but it can definitely go to 0 from the video that I saw. So Demon Hunter is going to be able to do some pretty wacky things with like a bunch of 0-mana cards. And on top of that, there's been quite a few like relic cards that allow you to generate more relic cards. So them getting like a giant hand of discounted cards is definitely not out of the question because of stuff like Relic Vault. You play Relic Vault and then you're able to use its ability, and then the Relic of Dimensions cast twice, you get 4 cards, and then because it's cast twice, the second one gets upgraded. I mean, it's just I definitely see this getting out of hand like pretty quickly, depending on how fast like the relic cards you're able to play them, get them out, and upgrade them, right? Because once you upgrade them to like 3 or 4, like that's just, you're starting to like get insane value, right? And I think Relic Vault, the mana cost to the durability reveals kind of like its powerhouse, right? Because most of the location cards that we covered, they're either like 2-mana 3 durability, right, or 3-mana 3 durability, but there's not a lot of 3-mana 2 durabilities, right? Like that's the least amount of durability we've seen with some of the more expensive location that we've seen, right? So I think the Relic Vault, it being statted like this, shows that the relics are quite powerful, and especially this guy. I mean, if this guy gets all of the relics, I mean, that's just like put 2 minions on the board, pretty much kill your opponent's stuff, and then draw 1,000,000 cards. Granted, it does it in a random order, but you're still getting 3 upgrades off 1 card. which is good. Plus, he's a battle cry, so he synergizes with stuff like Brand. You can Zola him. There's a lot of ways to recreate this guy. Also, I believe when you infuse him and you play the infused one, and then you copy that, you automatically, like, you get the infused version because it's basically a different card. It has a different art. You don't have to, like, right now, if you Queen of Ashura, if you, like, Zola her, you have to, like, then place 3 more spells to get the second activation on the one that you've created. But in the infused world, once it's infused and you copy it, you don't have to like infuse that same card again, which I think is a pretty big deal. So relics are looking pretty interesting for Demon Hunter. We haven't seen a class, like I said, get its own stuff before. Demon Hunter always gets its own stuff. We had like Outcast was like specifically for the Demon Hunters, right? So now relics are specifically again for the Demon Hunters. So Demon Hunter getting its own little treatment here, and these are looking pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. At first I was skeptical of the relics, but now they do seem like they can be pretty cool, and you can do some pretty wacky things, especially with this Dimensions card. Like anytime you're able to like discount stuff a lot, you get to broken decks, right? Like most decks, they either cheat a huge amount of mana out, they play a lot of mana stuff early, or they have giant combo swing turns that blow out your opponent, or they OTK you. Like those are some of the best decks, right? And this again, just it's going to be able to discount a shit ton of cards and cheat out a lot of mana and do combinations of cards that wouldn't normally be allowed, but they are allowed because you're able to discount them for so much with the Relic of Dimensions. So thinking Demon Hunter may be pretty well positioned in the upcoming new expansion. So with that, what do you guys think of relics? Are we excited? Are we not? I'm pretty like, I'm more joyed to look at the relics than I am the imp stuff that we covered for sure. Because the relics, it's not like you build your deck with relics, but it's not, I don't think it's the entirety of the deck, right? It's not the win con. You can like play them and they're pretty good, even if you may not play all of them probably. So with that, I'm Robert Warshack and happy whatever the hell day it is.